today
Good. Why are you happy today?
because I moved for the other house.
Oh, you moved into a different house.
Yes, this new house is more close to the city center of my city here.
Mm,
It's
that's
not close
nice.
to the city center. It's in the city center.
Oh, it's in the center of town.
Yes.
Okay, well, that's exciting. So
Yeah.
tell me something else about your place. Is it a big place or is it a small place, medium size?
This is a medium size, I think. It's in Dublin.
It's, I'm sorry, say that again?
Dublin.
It's in Dublin, in Ireland?
Yes, yes.
Oh, okay. Well, that's nice. I have some friends that live in Dublin, in Ireland. Um, oh, that's nice. So, what do you do in Dublin? Are you working or studying there?
Student English.
Ah, you're studying English in Dublin. Okay. All right. Very good. Wow, that's very interesting. Now, how long have you been in Dublin?
Oh, only for 2 months.
Ah, just okay. So, do you like it?
Yes, I like. I live only for 2 months because I had liberty for 2 years.
Oh, you're going to live there for 2 years.
Yes,
Oh, okay, I
because
got it.
I need to learn one English better
Mm-hmm. Okay. Now, are you learning English better for work or for just for yourself?
for work. For work.
For work. Okay. All
Yes.
right. Good,
Any
good.
person has a good English, a good job.
Oh, is that it? Okay. Okay. Well, yeah, that's good. Well, I'm happy that you are able to have that experience to be learning English in Dublin.
Yes.
Good. Okay. All right. Very good. Well, let's go ahead and welcome your classmates. And let's see. Let's welcome. Okay. Let me just get back to my page. I navigated away. All right. Very good. Let's see. Let's welcome Juan Carlos. Hello, Juan Carlos. How are you today?
Hello, Carissa. How are you?
I'm doing pretty good today. Thank you.
Uh, Nice to see
Um,
you again.
yes, yes. It's good to have you here in class again. I don't think I recognize you because your picture is blank. Um, so yeah, but okay, good. So how was your day today?
I have been a little busy, but good.
Okay. So did you work today or were you at home?
At the work. And now I work at the work at the office.
Oh, okay. So you're
Uh,
going to be working late tonight?
no, no, no. I'm going to finish this class and I'm going to home.
Oh,
Go
I
home.
see.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, well
Yeah.
that sounds good. That sounds good. Then you can rest once you get there. Okay, good. Well, good to have you in class once again, Juan Carlos.
Thank you.
Okay, you're welcome. All right, let's welcome Carolina. Carolina, how are you doing right now?
I'm fine. I'm back.
Yes, welcome back.
Yeah.
Oh, good. It's good to have you back in class. All right, good. Oh, there's Juan Carlos. Okay, hi, Juan Carlos.
Then now I have my camera.
Yes,
Mm,
yes, good. It's
That's
good to see you. Good to see your face. There we go. All right, good. Let's have Asma.
Yeah. Hello,
Okay.
teacher.
Hi, how are you today?
I'm fine.
Good, good. So, am I pronouncing your name correctly? Asma, is that correct?
Yeah. You pronounce it. Yeah, correct. Yeah.
Good, thank you. Okay, so Asma, please introduce yourself.
Uh, I'm Asma. I'm from Tunisia. Yeah. and now I'm living in Qatar.
Mm-hmm.
I am editor. Yeah, that's all.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Good. Well, welcome to class, Asma. It's wonderful to have you here in class with us. Thanks for joining us.
Yeah, me too, teacher. Nice to see you again.
Yes, good to see you as well. All right, very good. Let's go ahead. Okay, let's go ahead. Let's welcome Elcio. Hello, Elcio. How are you doing today?
Hello, Carissa. I'm very fine. No, so fine, but fine.
Are you tired?
Tired.
Yes.
I needed to get tired.
Yes. Well, you definitely sound like Juan Carlos and even myself, just a little tired. Maybe a lot, maybe very tired. Okay, good. Well, guys, we're going to try to keep this class as interesting as possible because we have some tired souls in the room, so we want to keep it interesting. Good. All right, good. Let's just finally welcome Eduardo. Hello, Eduardo. How are you doing today?
Me?
Eduardo? Oh, sorry. Did I say Juan Carlos again? I'm sorry. Eduardo, how are you today?
I'm fine, teacher.
Good. You actually sound like you have energy, Eduardo.
Yes.
You might have to share some of your energy with us.
Okay. I to send them my energy for together.
Thank you. I think I felt that. Thank you. Okay, good. All right, everybody. Well, let's go ahead and get started. We have an interesting lesson today. We're going to talk about different types of phrases. In the description, I listed 5 different types of phrases. So let's go ahead and start talking about it. And unfortunately, I can't share my screen with you, but I found some very interesting information while I was preparing for the class, and I like how this person set up their lesson. So I'm going to share that link with you. And I'd like for us to all go to this link. So let me put it here. All right, so once you see that link, go ahead and click on it. And we're going to take a look at it. I like it because of the diagrams in the picture. And then you may want to refer back to this link if you would like to take a closer look at the different phrases. Okay, there are things that we're not going to be able to cover in class today, but there are a lot that we are going to cover. Okay, so has everyone seen the link? Have you been able to open it?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, excellent job. So you should see on the screen, okay, you should see where it says phrases, the basics. Okay, so, well, actually, let me not skip down. Let's start at the top and take a look at what this person has mentioned about phrases. Okay, lots of research went into this project, getting it to look the way that it does. So let's have a look at it. Okay, so first of all, phrases. Okay, it mentions here that there are groups of words. Now here is the key. Without without both a subject and a verb. Okay, so a phrase usually is not a sentence. Okay, it's just a part of a sentence. All right, so let's remember that phrases are not clauses and they're usually not sentences. Okay, I think you can see at the top, if you actually want to do more work, do more research on clauses and sentences, they're right there. Okay, so let's go ahead and talk about some of the basics with phrases. Okay, so if you would like, let's go ahead and scroll down to where it says phrases, the basic. Now this is just a brief overview, but I think it will do us good to take a look at it. Then we'll take a look at an activity. Okay, all right, very good. So it says here prepositional phrases. Okay, Elcio, what can you tell me about prepositional phrases? There are 2 sentences there. Can you read those sentences? Let's start with these.
Sorry. Which part?
Okay, so where it says phrases, the basics. Scroll down just a little bit on the page.
function prepositional key. Okay, achei.
Very good. All right, Elsie, are you able to see that?
Okay. Let me.
Okay.
The first paragraph.
Yeah, okay. And let me just say hello to Michael. Hi, Michael. Welcome to class.
Hello, Carissa. Sorry for arrive late.
No problem. Okay, so let's see. Do you see, Elsia, where it says, here is a brief overview of each phrase?
I have a problem with the link.
Oh, you're having a problem. Okay.
My plugin crashed.
Oh, no. Oh, no. Okay, well, I'll tell you what. Listen for right now. Hopefully you can get your system back up and running. Okay, Carolina. Carolina, can you can you read the first part where it says prepositional phrases?
Okay. Prepositional phrases. This function as adjectives or adverbs. There are two prepositional phrases in the example below.
Okay, very good. That's right. So you have adjectives or adverbs. Okay, now before we look at the example, let's look where it says you remember that adjectives modify nouns and pronouns, right? All right, so when you have an adjective, it modifies a noun. So I could say the red car. Red is an adjective because it modifies car, okay? Or the black and white cat. So black and white are the adjectives that modify cat. Okay, so let's look at the sentence. The sentence says the cake with nuts fell onto the floor. Okay, now look at the diagram. Okay, the main parts of the sentence are cake and fell. Now you'll see that with nuts is in blue writing. Okay, that's a phrase. Okay, with nuts. Now let's find out about that phrase, with nuts. All right, Juan Carlos, can you read that sentence that begins with nuts?
With nuts, it's a prepositional phrase that is acting as an adjective. You can tell that it's an adjective because the word with is branching off of the noun cake. You remember that adjectives modify nouns and pronouns, right?
Good. Very good job with your reading, Juan Carlos. Beautiful. Okay, so with nuts is connected to the word cake. Okay, so it's not just cake, it's cake with nuts. So as it mentioned, it's a prepositional phrase because it is describing the cake, or it's modifying the cake. Now, let's take a look at the part where, look at fell, okay, and the part where it says onto the floor, onto floor. Okay, there it is. Now, let's have a reader for onto the floor, okay, and let me see. Let me get Asma. Asma, can you read that part for me?
Yeah, okay. Onto the floor is a prepositional phrase that is acting as an adverb. You can tell that is an adverb because the word onto is branching off of the verb fell. You remember that adverbs modify verbs, adjectives, or other adverbs, right?
Very good. Okay, so again, onto the floor is a prepositional phrase. Okay, and it's an adverb because it is connected to fell. Okay, so it's not just that the cake fell. Onto the floor tells us where the cake fell. So that's why it's an adverb. Okay, very good. Now, let's just quickly review. Okay, here we talked about prepositional phrases. Okay, they function either as an adjective. Okay, you're going to see those phrases connected to nouns. Okay, nouns or pronouns. Okay, the other prepositional phrases you're going to see connected to verbs. or adjectives or other adverbs. Okay, so let's take a look. Let's take a look where it says, let's take a look at where it says more about prepositional phrases. Okay, so click on that where it says learn more about prepositional phrases here. Let's click on that. Okay, all right, very good. So let's take a look at the following page, and this will give us just a little bit more information about our prepositional phrases. Okay, was everybody able to click on that link? Click on that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yes.
good, very good. Excellent job. Okay, again, when we talk about phrases, they're groups of words. They may or may not have, they don't necessarily have a noun, a subject and a verb. Okay, they're not sentences. All right, now here's the key word. Prepositional phrases begin with a preposition. Okay, and they end with an object of the preposition. Okay, so prepositions, what we mean by that, they're either going to start with a noun or a pronoun. Okay, now let's just review. All right, let's see. Ala, can you give me an example? Well, take a look at this example, and it says here near hotels for Isaac at Kyle's bowling ball. At Kyle's bowling ball. Okay, good. Okay, now hotels is a noun. Isaac is a noun. Kyle's bowling ball is a noun. Allah, can you give me a different example of a noun? Just think of any noun. Give me an example.
Bank.
Bank. Okay, very good. Okay. Okay, bank. Now, if I was going to use a pronoun for bank, what pronoun could I use for bank?
At.
Okay, now remember we're talking about a pronoun, so it would be he, she, or it.
Sorry. It.
There we go. Right, so it would be it. Okay, so when you see a phrase that begins either with a noun or a pronoun, so it could either in this case be the bank or it. Okay, so I could say the bank is closed. Okay, the noun there is bank, or I could say it is closed. All right, referring back to the bank. That's my noun or pronoun. Okay, so as it mentions here, your prepositional phrase is going to either begin with a noun or a pronoun. Okay, very good. All right, now when it starts with an adjective, okay, if a phrase should start with an adjective, okay, that is called an adjectival phrase. Okay, so you know adjectives because they describe nouns. Okay, all right, so let's take a look. Scroll down where it says they may have adjectives that describe the object of the preposition. All right, and it says there near fancy hotels, at Kyle's bowling ball, across the large bedroom. Okay, and in those three examples, you can see that the adjectives are highlighted. Okay, all right. So fancy, Kyle's, the large. Those would be your adjectives. Okay. All right. Very good. If you keep reading, they say they may also have adverbs modifying the adjectives. Okay. So here we go. Remember that we said fancy was the adjective. Okay, and let's see. In that section, Michael, in that section where I'm reading, where it says they may also have adverbs modifying the adjectives, in the sentence near extremely fancy hotels, where is the adverb in that phrase?
Extremely.
Right, there it is. Okay, so Michael, in the next sentence, across the rather large bedroom, where is the adverb in that sentence?
Rather.
Rather, good. Across the rather large bedroom. Okay. All right, very good. Excellent job. All right, so go up to the top, please, and click back. Let's go back. Okay, let's go back to our original page where it says phrases, the basics. Okay, so basically that is what your prepositional phrases are. Okay, now let's take a look at, just give me 1 second. Okay, let's take a look at a different type of phrase. Okay, let's scroll down to where it says verb phrase. Okay. All right, so basically this is another phrase, a different type of phrase, but it includes the verb and any of the dependent verbs around it, or the helping verbs. Okay, so let's take a look at the sentence. The sentence says, she must have jumped across the stream. Okay? All right, now look at the part that's in blue. Look at the part of that sentence that's in blue. Okay? Elcio, how are you doing? Were you able to get your computer back, the program up?
I think so. Verb
Okay,
phrases.
good. Yeah, very good. Okay, so what part of that sentence, Elcio, is in blue, in light blue?
Must have jumped.
That's right. Must have jumped. Really, the base verb is jump, right? But the way that it's used, must have jumped. All must and have are associated or linked to jump. Okay, so those words would be included in the phrase, must have jumped. Okay, so you can see, as it mentions there, must and have are the helping verbs, whereas jump is the main verb. Okay, so that's why all of those are included with the verb phrase. Okay, all right, very good. Now I'd like to show you, let's see if I can make this a little bit bigger. I want to show you a few sentences where you can see some additional verb phrases. Okay, now you remember that the verb phrase includes the verb and its dependent sentences. Okay, just give me 1 second. I'm going to show you a few sentences, and I'd like you to try it out for yourself. Okay, I'd like for you to tell me where the verb phrase is in the following sentences. Okay, just give me 1 second. I'm going to share my screen with you. Okay, I believe that's it. Okay, and sharing screen right now. Okay, there we go. Screen share, beautiful. All right, so we should all be looking at the same screen right now, looking at my screen. All right, now let's test it out. Okay, it's just as easy as I mentioned to you before. Look for the part of the sentence where you see the verb and any of the words that are related or connected to the verb. Okay, let's take a look at that first sentence. Let's see if we can pick it out there. Okay, all right. I'm going to go to Carolina. Carolina, can you read that first sentence for me and identify the verb phrase?
She was driving to work very fast.
I'm sorry, the one that says I had seen?
Ah, okay. I had seen him around here before.
Okay. Good. Now, where do you think the verb phrase is in that sentence?
Seen.
Good. So see would actually be the main verb. Now, what words are connected to seen?
Oh, okay. Had.
Right. Had seen. Right. There you go. Had seen him. There it is. Okay. All right. Very good. Okay. Good. Juan Carlos, can you take the second sentence for me?
Okay. I'm going to the park.
Okay, what's the verb phrase in that sentence?
I'm going.
Okay, am going. That's right. Okay, beautiful. Okay, let's take the next sentence. Asma, can you take the next sentence, please?
She was driving to work very fast. Was.
Okay, are there any other words that are connected to was?
Driving.
That's right. Okay, was driving. She was driving to work very fast. So was driving is the verb phrase. Excellent job. Okay, let's see. Ala, can you take the next sentence, please?
He's going to surf some big waves today. Is going.
Okay. All right. Are there any other words that are associated with is going?
To. Going to.
Okay. Is going to. Any other ones?
Surf, the main verb.
Right. There you go. Surf is actually the main verb, but then the helping part of the verb is going to. Right. So is going to surf. Very good. So that would be your verb phrase. Good. Good. All right. Let's take the next sentence. All right. Elcio, can you take the next sentence, please?
These girls are very well behaved.
Okay.
And are very well.
Okay, now this one's a little bit tricky because we have very. Okay, that's an adverb. Okay, so very well behaved. Okay, but starting with are, everything after that is actually associated with that particular verb. Okay, so it's not just those girls are. And it's not that they are well behaved. They are very well behaved. So that's the whole phrase. Those girls are very well behaved. Okay, good. Thank you. All right, Juan Carlos, let's go back to you. Can you take the next sentence for me?
Okay, Ted doesn't eat sushi. The verb phrase is doesn't eat.
Very good. Okay, so in that phrase, you even have a negative word, not. Very good. Doesn't eat. Excellent job. All right, Carolina, can you take the next sentence, please?
We need to leave right now. Need to leave.
Right, there you go. Need to leave. Okay, all right. And Michael, can you take the next sentence, please?
You can eat that. Can't eat.
Right, can't eat. And actually, that goes along with it. Well, let's see. You can't eat. Yeah, there we go. Can't eat. Good. Okay, let's have that next sentence, and that'll be our last practice sentence. All right, and let's see. Let's go back to Juan Carlos.
The next one, my mother is fishing with some dinner. The verb phrase is fishing us.
Okay. Yeah, it has that object there with it. Good, it's fixing us. Okay, good. All right, very good. Guys, so that's basically it for the verb phrase. Okay, so what you're going to look for in the sentence, you're going to look for the part that includes the main verb and all of its dependents. Okay, anything that goes with that particular verb. Okay, now you can see in all of these sentences, there are different forms of the verb, and that's fine. Okay, so you just look for the verb in the sentence and anything that's associated with it, and that would be your verb phrase. All right, very good. Are there any questions about that? Okay? All right, if there are no questions about that, then we're going to move on to our next type of phrase. Okay? All right, let's go to our appositive phrases. Now let's go back to the website that we were looking at. Okay, I'm going to stop my screen share and then take us back to the appositive phrases. Okay? All right, when we all have that, let's go ahead and take a look at what it says there on the appositive phrases. Okay? All right, very good. So let me have Asma. Asma, can you read where it says appositive phrases for me?
Okay. The appositive is a noun that renames another noun or pronoun. The appositive phrase is the positive and all of its modifiers.
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 Okay.
In the example below, sister is the appositive, which is remaining Esther, and my little sister with dark hair is the appositive phrase.
Okay, thank you. Okay, so just to summarize that, okay, you're going to add words to your sentence, okay, that replace your noun. Okay, they're not going to not replace it, but rename your noun. Okay, so I can say Esther sang a song. Okay, and I'm going to type that here in the chat box. This is the basic sentence. Esther sang a song. Okay, but looking at that sentence, do we know anything about Esther?
No.
No, we don't know anything about Esther. Okay, but if I add an appositive phrase, okay, let's see. Let's put that here. Esther, my sister with dark hair, sang a song. Okay? All right, now if I say that, then let's see. Michael, what additional information do you know about Esther? What do you know about Esther now?
In this case, my sister with dark hair.
Whose sister is she? If I say to you, Esther, my sister with dark hair, sang a song, whose sister is she?
Whose sister? My sister.
Okay, not your sister, but my sister. Whoever is speaking, that's whose sister it is. Okay? All right, good. And we also learned that she's my sister with the dark hair. Good. So I added details about her. All right, now let's try it. I want you to try it yourself. I want you to think of someone and something that they did. Okay, so in this case, Esther, my sister with the long hair, she sang a song. She sang a song. Okay? All right, think of somebody and give me a sentence using an appositive phrase. Okay? All right, think about it just for a second. Okay, now let's try to come up with some examples. Okay? All right, Alana, can you give me an example?
Okay. My car, the red one, has broken down.
Okay, good. That's a good one. All right, now in this sentence, we learn a few things about you. Okay? Okay, I learned that you have a car. Okay, and I learned that you also might have more than one car. Okay,
Yeah,
because you
more
said
than-
the red one. Or if we're looking at different cars, you're telling me that it's not just any of the cars that we're looking at, but the red one. Okay, so you've given me some helpful information just with that one phrase. Okay, with this one appositive phrase. Good, excellent job. Okay, all right, good. Asma, can you give me a different example?
Okay. girl who has blonde hair is my friend.
Okay, who has blonde hair is my friend. Okay, I'm just typing here in the chat box. Just give me 1 second. Okay, okay, so let's say the girl with the blonde hair. Okay, so the girl with the blonde hair is my sister. Okay, the girl. Okay, so looking at your sentence, you're adding on with the blonde hair. Okay, good. All right, the girl with the blonde hair is my friend. Okay, all right, let's get a different example. All right, Carolina, can you think of an example?
Maria, who is my friend, will get married.
Okay. All right, so Maria, who is my friend, will get married. Okay, so you're adding on the additional information that she is your friend. All right, well, let's just go back. Okay, it says that it renames. Okay, your appositive phrase needs to rename your noun or your pronoun. All right, now let's take a look at that for a second. Okay, if I take out, let's make sure that we understand that. If I take out the noun, then that phrase, the sentence should still make sense. Okay, so let's check it out with Esther. Okay, let's go back up to the sentence that says, Esther, my sister with dark hair, sang a song. If I take away Esther and I simply say, my sister with dark hair sang a song. Does that sentence make sense?
Yes.
Yes, it does. Okay, all right. Okay, let's take a look at the other sentences. Let's make sure that we're using this type of phrase correctly. Okay, so my car, the red one, has broken down. Okay, so if I say the red one has broken down, okay, what about that?
No,
It doesn't make sense.
Okay, what can we do then? Okay, remember that your phrase, this type of phrase, it renames the noun or your pronoun. So if I take out the noun or pronoun, then it should still make sense.
okay. Can I say my car, the red vehicle, has broken down?
Okay, the red vehicle has broken down. All right, so class, what do you think about that? If I take away my car and say the red vehicle has broken down, does that still make sense?
Yes, it does.
It does. It makes sense. Good. Okay, now let's take the next sentence. Okay, so I had Maria, who is my friend, will get married. Okay, now what if I take away Maria and say who is my friend will get married? Okay, how does that sound to everybody?
No.
It doesn't make sense.
Okay, how can I modify it just a little so that it does make sense?
Maria, my friend, will get married. Or
Okay.
Maria, my Spanish friend, will get married.
Good. All right, and let's say maybe Hispanic. Okay, my Maria, my Hispanic friend, or you could say lots of different things there. Okay, my best friend, my good friend. All right, my American friend. Okay, any type of friend there will get married. Okay, and you can also add when she'll get married. So maybe next month. we could say. All right, so my Hispanic friend will get married next month. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Good. All right, very good. Now let's take one. Okay, I think that was it. Okay, very good. Now, having adjusted those sentences, let's make sure that we can come up with another one. Okay. Juan Carlos, can you give me an example?
Another?
Oh, did you gave me one already?
No, no, no. Yes, but no problem. So another example.
Oh,
A positive phrases.
yes, yes.
Okay. Um, Peter, who is my English teacher, is my friend too.
Okay. All right. So let's test it out. Okay. So if I take away Peter and say, who is my English teacher, is my friend too. All right, guys. Class, what do you think? Does that pass the test or do we need to modify it?
No,
No, no.
I need to modify it.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Does
So
not
what
make
should it be?
sense.
Okay. All right. So let's modify it. What can we say?
Peter, my English teacher, is my friend too.
There you go. Peter, my English teacher, is also my friend.
Is also okay. Is also my friend.
He's also my friend. Okay, so my English teacher is also my friend. How about that?
Yes, my English teacher is also my friend.
Yeah, there you go. So it makes sense and it passes the test. Okay, very good. All right, Elcio, let me have another example from you. Let's make sure we got it.
Like what, teacher? A positive phrase?
Yes.
Let me think. I can. My dog with a red collar barks a lot.
Okay, my dog with a red collar barks
A lot.
a lot. Okay. All right. Okay, now, does this pass the test? Okay, so we would need to say, my dog, comma, with the red collar barks a lot. Okay, so let me ask your classmates, what do we think about this sentence? Do you think that it passes the test?
No.
No, no.
Okay, so what do we need to do to modify this sentence? Okay, so if I start my sentence off with the red collar barks a lot, okay, what can we add to the sentence to make it sound better?
My dog who has a red collar. Oh no.
Okay. What's your dog's name?
Mimi.
Okay. Okay, so all right, so we can say Mimi. Good. Mimi, my dog with the red collar, barks a lot. All right. So do you see why we added the name there? Okay. So I could say Mimi barks a lot. Okay. Let me put that here. I could say Mimi barks a lot. Now, based on the sentence, I know that Mimi is a dog. because dogs bark. Okay, but I don't know whose dog it is, and I don't know which dog it is. Okay, so I'm going to add a phrase, okay, and a positive phrase with that. So I'm going to say, Mimi, my dog with the red collar, barks a lot. Okay.
But the red color can be indicating what is the dog in this case.
Okay.
For example, one dog has a green color and another has a red color.
Okay. Yes, it does. It does show
Possible.
a difference. It shows a difference. But remember, to be this type of phrase, in a positive phrase, it needs to rename the noun.
Okay.
So it renames it. So that means that if I take it off, your sentence should still make sense. Okay, so let's take off Mimi. Let's take out Mimi in your sentence and just put, my dog with the red collar barks a lot. All right, LTO, does that sentence make sense?
My dog with the red collar barks a lot. Oh, so, teacher.
Okay, why do you say so?
Because I can imagine my dog who has a red collar barks a lot.
Okay, that's fine. Okay, so what if I said, let's go back to the base. Mimi, my dog who has a red collar, barks a lot. Okay, so if I take off Mimi and simply say, my dog who has a red collar barks a lot, does that make sense on its own?
Yes.
Yes, it does. Okay, so that's your Uh-oh. Oops, I did something. Okay, so that's your test. Okay, that's how you know if you're using in a positive phrase correctly. Okay, so it's not just that you have details that show the difference between one thing and another. That's not the point here in this type of phrase, because your point is that it's a phrase and it's going to rename the noun or the subject. So if you take off the subject, your sentence should still make sense. Okay? All right. I think we're getting it. I'm just going to ask Michael for one more sentence, and then that'll be it for this section. Okay, so Michael, give me an example using the appositive phrase.
I'm not sure I put.
Okay, so you said this boy on the other way is walking on the wrong direction. Okay, so your subject here is this boy. All right. All right, so instead of saying this boy, let's say that boy. Okay, so there's your subject. So that boy, and you said on the other way. Let's see. On the other way is walking in the wrong direction. Okay, I think you mean on the other. Okay, on the other side of the street. Okay, I'm sorry. Is he walking in the road or is he walking on the side of the road?
Oh, it's the same. Don't mind.
Okay.
It's in the. How do you say? In the direction back. In the wrong direction. I don't know. To explain.
Okay. So let's take that, Michael. Let's look at it. That boy on the other side of the street is walking in the wrong direction. Okay. Now that is a phrase. Okay, on the other side of the street. That goes back up to your prepositional phrase. That's right, on the other side of the street. Okay, but if we're going to use a positive phrase, okay, let's put a name. Okay?
Sorry, teacher.
Okay. Let's say Fred, for example. Let's give him a name. Fred. Okay? The boy who is on the other side of the street, is walking in the wrong direction. Okay, and here's your sentence. All right, there it is. Fred, the boy who is walking on the other side of the street, who is on the other side of the street, is walking in the wrong direction. Okay, Michael, so if we take away Fred, this is your sentence. Your sentence looks like this. Let's see. Okay, this is your sentence. If you take away Fred, then your sentence is the boy who is on the other side of the street is walking in the wrong direction. Okay, that passes the test. Okay, so that makes it in a positive phrase. Okay, right, so we don't want just any kind of phrase. In this section, we were working with the appositive phrases, okay? All right, now if you want to get more practice using those appositive phrases, you're going to add a little bit more information to it. Go back to the site that I mentioned to you, okay, and just take a look at it a little bit more. Okay, so you're just going to type in appositive phrases in Google, and you're going to get a few more activities that will help you to work on working with those appositive phrases. Okay, but very good. Okay, excellent job. All right, if this seems new to you, then that's okay. Maybe it is very new to you. All right, but then just go ahead and practice that just a little bit more. Okay, so that's it. So today we talked about noun phrases. Okay, those nouns and all of the words that are associated with them. We talked about verb phrases, appositive phrases. We talked about let's see. Let me make sure I get all the phrases that we talked about. And we practiced using some of those phrases. Now, if you would like some additional practice using different types of phrases, and if you'd like to even take a quiz, okay, I'm going to give you another link so you can take a quiz that will help you to see if you understand phrases. Okay, so here it is. Okay, here it is in that chat, and here it is in this chat. Okay. So good. So guys, thank you for coming in today and practicing your phrases. As you continue to read English, you will notice these phrases more readily, and the way that you will know the difference is you're going to look at the words that begin that phrase or that group of words. If it's a noun, then it's a noun phrase. If it's an adjective phrase. Adverbs and verbs. Okay, so just take a look at the first word in a group of words, and that will tell you what type of phrase you're using or seeing. All right, well, that's it. Go ahead if you can and try to take that quiz, see how well you do. Have a great day or evening, everyone, and I'll see you in a later class. Bye-bye, everybody.
Bye-bye, teacher.
Bye. Thank you.
Yeah.